Mother, baby. Come on down.
Good morning.
Breakfast of Champions, corn and bacon.
Pearl.
Scaring himself with the can. The breakfast over here, Champions. Twilight, what you doing, Twilight? Not interested in the corn or the bacon, huh? Yeah, we just get whole ears of corn, put it in the microwave, and then 4 minutes per ear, and then the husk just peels right off like butter. And we just cut it in half, stick it on these kebab sticks, and they go to town. And that's just leftover bacon from breakfast yesterday. Put it in the fridge. Most it up a little bit and then blender and feed it to 'em. So this is our build. We just got some plants hanging, little lanterns that light up at night. On this side I bought a 2x10. Cut out a little bit to groove it around the sink to give me more sink space opening. You know, put a little faucet back here. We ran water back here. I actually got a faucet that a hose that hangs outside, and I also split it off to a hose that goes inside. The concrete sink customer gave me one day. Plumbing goes into a sump pump system that I have underground. All we do is water back here, so it's not like we're actually putting chemical into the ground, so we just use it to rinse our hands after, of course, putting corn and bacon and cleaning up their stuff. But underneath here is this is my water bucket. It's got a big foam insulating pad on it they sell on Amazon, and we drop blocks of ice in there to keep their water cool. The pipe goes under, goes through, and shoots into the coop. I'll show you where that goes. Easy, girls. Yeah, squeeze me. Excuse me. Thank you. So it comes into here, where I built this little deck over it so they can't jump down or bend or break these bowls. But the pipe comes in through here, and all of these were tapped and threaded into there, and it all tilts downwards to where the water comes out of that bucket and is forced downhill into here. But like I said, I built this over so they can't bump them or jump on them or anything like that. We rinse them out like every other day with the water hose, which is why the hose is mainly in here, so we can rinse out the bowls instead of picking up the little cups that come out. It's easier just to rinse them out real fast. Got a little drain out valve that sticks out the back, so when I need to drain the water and clean the system out. But yeah, the hose comes through the gate, and we can change this out, clean it out, because we put little blocks of ice in this too for them. Got a couple roosting bars up top, little chicken ladder there for them to climb up and down on here. This is where I keep their oyster shell and grit, and that just keeps it out of the weather. This is their food bucket. Just put that in because they keep jumping on top. I cut the little covers that go in there and glued them all the way in the back because it keeps them from making a mess. As you can see, there's barely anything on the floor because they have to stick their neck along back there. And I keep it high enough off the ground to where they actually have to stand up tall and reach in there. They can't just comfortably reach in there and pull everything over the edge and drop it onto the floor, which is the problem with those feeders. This is their fan up there. Little vanilla incense helps with the flies. Not that we really have many with this fan blowing like it does. But this is their little ladder where they go up into the actual coop itself. Another little area they hang out in here. That's their dust box. It's actually built out of the coop with wood. It's just got sand, topsoil, and a little DE in it. This is the chicken tunnel, the channel, if you will, and that's where they go back and forth to the actual coop. And that just, as you can see, it goes across the coop, and that's the electronic door that opens at 6:15 and closes at 8:30. Also got a bug line up here. They kill mosquitoes and stuff, and beetles, and free food for them. Excuse my mess back here. But this is the side the side shot. So originally we put the metal over one side, and realized in the mornings you can see how much sun gets casted in there. It gets really hot, so we decided to put this blue I guess it's like this shade stuff here. We cut up one we had bought at Home Depot and put it on top to actually give them a little bit more shade, not just the hardware cloth up there. But other than that, our gutter system, this gutter off the coop runs into this gutter off of the actual run, and the pipe goes down out the back toward the sump pump I was talking about earlier to pump it out to the street. This is just a little gate we put in here when we want to drop them treats. We don't really have raccoons or anything that would figure that out, so we don't really worry too much about it. This is our tinted windows. There's a yellow window, green, blue. That one's black and orange, but they're dirty. We got little lights underneath here as well. Our peep show live chicks, and a little family logo we made for fun. On the door, I cut out a rooster with a jigsaw and put a piece of red tinted plexiglass behind that one. But this is the side shot. Those little vents there are an actual little vent that's into the wall that actually is blowing air in. This shutter fan is blowing air out, and this box fan is blowing air in. So here's where we would lift this door all the way up and pull this board out, and this door swings out, and we can actually take the fan to the side and clean out the bottom of the coop if we wanted to. There's the sump pump. The wife on her birthday doing mommy duties. But in here, got a little storage up top. That's the little fan in the wall I was talking about. They're little treats. And I also have storage underneath. So underneath here is food and things like that. I've got hardware cloth on the outside of this door and the screening on this side of the door to keep the dust as much as possible in the coop. I actually put these little dividers up recently up top to keep them, to help with the chickens that get picked on. I put them up there and they can actually get a good night's sleep without having to be chased around the coop at night trying to settle in. I have 4 cameras, 2 in here, 2 in the run. I put the cage down on the bottom so the chickens jump down and don't get as much poo on their feet. We get in the coop a little, in the chicken run, but we clean this in the run every single day. But this is just sweet PDZ underneath. It's like a kitty litter for chickens. So we have that. And then, of course, I got 3 roosting bars, 8 chickens, and about a 4 by 4.5 feet. I think it's 4 foot wide, 4.5 feet deep. And it fits 8 birds fine when they sleep. I would have liked it probably one a little bit bigger, but this is probably the minimum for 8 chickens right here to sleep comfortably. Can I show the box? Yeah. And this is our nesting box. Of course, it's just 3 little boxes. Oh, we got one in the box. Sorry, my girl. But that's our nesting boxes. That's where they come in at from the tunnel. And that's just their little. They come up here through their little ladder area. clean out the bottom a little bit. But yeah, so they come up here. This is where they sleep at night. And like I said, storage top bottom. That's the shutter fan to keep this blows the air in, that sucks it out, and this actually blows a little air into this little wall fan. Doesn't do much. I put it in there before I realized it wasn't going to help enough. So I'll leave those two fans running all three of these run all day, and the one in their actual runs all day. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just storage for them. It's the only thing in here. And their little house. So like I was saying, we take the fan out and the little ramp that actually is in there. You can disconnect it from here. It just sits on them screws, and there's a plate screw to the floor where it just rests against so it doesn't slide on us. And this is just setting here. We can move this whole block to scoop this completely out if we have to, but we really have to change it because, like I said, they sleep up there and most of their poo's up there. The only time they come in here is really to do that. And they just come in and out of through here. They don't really do much in here, so we really have to clean in here. It's just cleaning this corner up. This is one of our birds that gets picked on, sleeps down in the corner. So yeah. And this is the two different floors. That's what we call the poo deck. And just a little walk around area. Sometimes they'll come here and kick around, but not very often. And another feature. Just this big block of ice we dropped in this pan. Kind of just balanced it off, leveled a little bit. I ran a pipe out the back to drain it. Forgot to put the plug in, but you get the concept. They rarely stand in it, but they'll drink out of it a lot. So we use the short little skinny trays with ice and water. They stand in that. But they do drink a lot out of this. And also, their water is chilled too, so that bucket stays pretty cool all day.